The last checkpoint in the 7th chapter of Celeste consists of a total of 30 flags, which provide valuable checkpoints and act as a countdown for the final stretch. But
okay, that's literally the worst. They just skipped over 24. 19! 17! 16! 14! Okay. Doesn't hit 10. Fuck you.
yeah, speedrunners don't care. But this made me question, how many of these flags can you skip? Could you just go through the entire checkpoint without triggering any flags? Let's find out. Alright, let's speedrun through the easy stuff. Go right past flag 29 and then avoid Battalion and climb up yourself, because if we let her launch us, the cutscene forces us to trigger flag 28. And we don't want that.
Nice.
A few climb jumps into a bounce to avoid this one and just ignore 26. Wall bounce past 25, do some sick looking movement to skip 24 and act like the next two flags just don't exist. Boom and boom. Finally, we reach our first hard flag. The problem here is while we can reach this wall with a dash left, Madeline cannot clear this platform with a normal climb jump. So we have to perform a 6 jump and then time this really tight wall bounce to be able to hit the spring and continue forward. And with that, just climb up and barely avoid Madeline again to finish off with downwind with a total of 0 flags. Let's see if we can do the same in upwind. Just fly past 19, ignore 18, and yikes. At this point, we can split the run into 2 different timelines. First one, where we allow spinner freezing, which lets us regain our dash and continue normally. Or the second one, where we have to trigger 17 to regain the dash. To keep things interesting, I'm going to go through the rooms assuming spinner freezing is banned, but I will still be calculating the minimum in both cases. Anyway, make sure you land right on the corner to skip the next flag as well. Skipping 14 isn't really a problem, but now we get to flag 13, which is a tiny bit hard. Yeah, there's nothing you can do here. Just hug the spinners, you coward! You don't need no flag, do you? So stupid. Get to flag 12 normally and just jump and up dash. The next few flags are just things I normally do in my speedruns, until we get to flag 7, where things get a bit dicey. This is another flag you can only skip if you use spinner freezing, and it's because of this little guy. We can use this tiny platform to regain our dashes and skip flag 3. And then it's just as simple as going over the last 2 flags to finally reach the end. So in summary, you can skip all of the flags as long as you have the patience to activate spinner freezing. Alright, thanks for watching.